Hello and welcome. Come on and join me. How are you? I hope you've had a really lovely week. I think the weather's taken a bit of a dive in some parts of the UK, but just here today it's absolutely brilliant. Although I must say I'm glad we don't have smelly vision. I'm out in the country and I think the farmer's decided to put some, that's it, on his fields. Anyway, today we're going on another cruise. We're going to leave the lovely village of Whittington and we're going to make a journey further along the Coventry Canal, because we're now on the Coventry. Before we get on with that, I just wanted to say a big shout out to Reuben Spur from Johnston Sound. As you can see, he sent me a picture of him sat at his radio mic and with my logo in the background. I love hearing from my subscribers, and if anybody else would like to do something with my logo and present it in a way which is different, then please do. I'll put a link up on the website, and although the logo is obviously copyright, you may download it and you may use it if you wish to do something similar to what Reuben has done. Anyway, for now, let's get on with the cruise. You ready? Yay! So we leave these very delightful moorings at Whittington and head out into the countryside again. The first place of note that we come to is Huddlesford. Huddlesford is just to the east of Lichfield. It's a small village and the main population inhabit narrowboats, of which there are many. By this railway bridge, we meet the entrance to the eastern end of the Rhyley and Essington Canal, now more commonly known as the Lichfield Canal, which is currently under the subject of an energetic and effective restoration campaign. Just can't wait to be able to cruise down there. Just under the railway bridge at Huddlesford is the Plough Inn. It's a beautiful setting and is meant to be a gastropub, although I did not have time to enjoy a meal or a drink there. This was purely because as soon as I managed to moor up here, I had another boat come past me who thought it might be fun to try and take the side of my boat with it. not wishing to risk an extended stay, I got on the way again, as you will see shortly. Breathe in, hold it, and relax. Just under this bridge, the Coventry follows the A38 for about half a mile, and boy is it noisy. There's a boat yard here which is quite handy if you want to pump out, or if you want some diesel or some water, and you can in fact moor up here as well. Although I can't understand why you might want to, although many do. The rows of moored boats go on for the whole length of the canal as it stands aside the A38. Soon we are back into open countryside again, and once again the Coventry never fails to delight with some beautiful scenery. So let's just sit back and enjoy some of it. The destination of today's cruise is Fradley, not to be confused with Fradley Junction, and is a village in the Lichfield district with a population of around 3,700 people. Lichfield is 3 miles to the southwest. There are 2 parts to Fradley. There's either Fradley Village, now known as Fradley, and Fradley South. This is a huge development area, and from the mooring in Fradley it was only a 10-minute walk to local shops, cafes, fish and chip shop, and a very well stocked co-op supermarket. I really enjoyed the cruise through this stretch, which is known really as a Brooklyn Wood. A beautiful expanse of woodland, and as you can see, delightful scenery. However, let's get back to Fradley. Fradley first appeared in the 12th century as Fradley or Frodsley. Fradley has been formally recategorised as a key rural settlement. The church in Fradley, St Stephen's Church, was built in 1861 and stands on the corner of Church Lane and Old Hall Lane. Did you know that Fradley had an aerodrome? Now known as RAF Lichfield. It was started in 1939, and in August 1940 the Royal Air Force moved in, bringing with them Hawker Hurricane, Airspeed Oxford and Avro Anson aircraft. The Spitfire arrived in 1941 and Vickers Wellington aircraft followed in 1942. Alongside RAF personnel training in the Wellingtons, there was a large number of Australians and some Canadians and Czechs. The RAF left in 1958. And the whole site was sold by the Air Ministry in 1962. The aforementioned St Stephen's Church is home to the war graves of a number of Australian aircrew and one German Luftwaffe pilot who lost their lives during World War II. Our journey continues through open countryside and delightful settlements before we arrive at Fradley itself. What a beautiful location for a holiday home park. This has to be one of the lowest bridges I've met so far on my travels. If you stand up too high, I'm sure it will give you a haircut. It actually carries the main A38 over it, so it's quite a busy road. All together now, and duck. Just around the corner from here is where I shall moor up, at Fradley itself. I had the great pleasure to meet David Johns here from Cruising the Cut, although sadly he was unable to moor up alongside due to the draft of his boat, but I did get to see the famous battered chimney stack. And it is from this location our next cruise will start, as we head down to Fradley Junction itself and to a new canal for me, the Trent and Mersey. But which way will I be going? Well, there we go then. I hope you enjoyed that little cruise. Yeah, I love cruising. It's absolutely gorgeous. Remind me of this when the weather is really bad and we can't get out because the canals are all iced up. Hey, but that's what life's about. You take the good and you take the bad. And it's such a pleasure and a joy to be able to do what I'm doing and sharing it with all you lovely people too. Thanks again to all my new subscribers, and if you've not already subscribed, please do press the subscribe button and ring the bell. It doesn't actually cost you anything, it doesn't involve you in any spam mails or anything, but it does help my account with YouTube. And for that I'm ever grateful for all those that have already done so. That just leaves me then to wish you all a really, really pleasant week. I hope you are well, that you can avoid the common ailments we all seem to get at this time of the year, the coughing and the sneezing, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week. And until then, ta-ra.